yesterday 75 up to 75 हुआ मतलब.
75 करते हैं.
Yeah.
So Bhagaranta Anantashesha, how he happily resides in the Satala to maintain the universe has been clarified, and how Narada Muni visits the assembly of Brahma and he places Kumburu that he had already done in the Bhagavata 52, and he glorifies Kumburu is also one of the Gandharva. He glorifies Anantashesha. On 75th verse. ब्रह्मादिविह्वलक्यै अशेरश्रवणे इह गायि नारद सर्वस्थाने. Headed by Lord Brahma, everyone is overwhelmed while hearing the Lord's glory. Narad Muni is worshipped everywhere for chanting the Lord's glories. Narada is one of the 12 Mahajanas. Swayambhu, Narada, Shambhu, Prahlada, Janako, Bhishma, Kumara, Kapilha. Somebody can put that verse, it is beautiful verse, 12 Mahajana verses. Swayambhu, Narada, Shambhu, Prahlada.
Mataji, Kumara, Kapilomanu,
Kumara, Kapilomanu, Prahlada, Janako, Bhishma, Balirvayasa, Kirvayam. So like this, there are 12 Mahajanas. Kumara, Kapilaha, then Janak, then Prahlad Maharaj, then you have Shukadeva Goswami, you have Yamaraj. So Brahma is also Swayambhu. It starts from Brahmaji. That is Swayambhu, Narada, Shambhu, Shivji is also one of the Mahajanas, 12 Mahajanas. Mahajanas are those who set an example. Mahajano yena gatatsattantaha. One has to follow the footprints of Mahajanas. 4 Kumaras, Kapilaha, Manu, Swayambhu Manu. Here Manu refers to Swayambhu Manu. Prahlada, Janak Maharaj. He also set an example. Janak Maharaj, Prahlada, Janaka, Bhishma Pitamaha. Then Bali Maharaj, Vyasakir is Sukadeva Goswami. And then you have Yamaraj. So all these are 12 Mahajanas. This shloka is very, very important shloka. So Brahmaji is also Mahajana. Narada is also Mahajana. Narada is glorifying Anantashesha. Brahma is very pleased. Everybody is very happy and everybody is overwhelmed. It's in ecstasy. Kahila Nyeyi Kichu Ananta Prabhava. Yena Prabhu Nityanandakara Anurag. In this way, Vrindavan Das Thakur describes a portion of Lord Ananta's glories. Please therefore develop attachment for Nityananda Prabhu. So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Prakatya appearance day, that is Gaur Purnima, is nearing. Without having the mercy of Nityananda Prabhu, impossible to understand the glories of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and get his blessings. So this is now Purva Kriya which is going on. Purva Kriya means the things which is happening before the main event. Like any yajna has to be done, then there is a Purva Kriya. That means setting up the scene. Like first chapter of Bhagavad Gita is Purva Kriya for the whole of Bhagavad Gita verses. The first chapter is setting the scene for making a wonderful arrangement for Krishna to speak the transcendental knowledge to Arjuna. In the same way, these verses are the Purva Kriya. Because without understanding the glories of Ananta, without understanding the glories of Balarama, we can never understand the glories of Nityananda. Who is Nityananda Prabhu? Same Balaram. Same Balaram is the same Ananta Shesha. And then only we can understand Mahaprabhu's Kripa. In this verse, Ananta Prabhava refers to the great influence of Sri Ananta Deva. That is why the author, who is a servant of Ananta Deva, has addressed him as Mahaprabhu in verse 16. He is also addressed as Mahaprabhu and as Prabhu in verse 73. In this regard, one may refer to Brahma's statement to King Raivataka in the Vishnu Puran 4.1, 26 to 33. The word Anuraga means constant service with affection. So sometimes Ananta is also addressed as Mahaprabhu. But in one of the places it has been told that there are 2 Prabhus and there is only one Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is one Mahaprabhu. He is the only Mahaprabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and other two are Prabhus, Advaita and Nityananda. They are known as Prabhus. But sometimes, out of too much of love, because he's constantly serving with great affection, he is also addressed as Mahaprabhu. That means there is no difference between Nityananda Prabhu and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. संसारे पार हरि भक्ति रसागरे ये डुबीबे सबुजक निताई चंदेर चांदेर. So those who wish to cross this ocean of material existence and drown in the ocean of devotion service should worship Lord Nityananda. See, there are two oceans. One is material ocean and one is devotional ocean, or you can say the ocean of devotional service. So you have to cross this to drown. What a beautiful statement. The word Alvar also refers to one who drowns in the ecstasy of Krishna, the love of Krishna, Krishna Prema. So the samsara is also an ocean. And the people, Kulashekar Alvar, when he tells about samsara, he says one verse. It's a beautiful verse in Mukundmana, which states the samsara is an ocean. And in this ocean, there are so many sharks and fishes. And these sharks and fishes, they are trying to kill us. They're trying to eat us. So, oh Lord, you only can save us. Because who are these sharks who are trying to deviate us? They are none other than our own family people. This verse. Bhavajaladhi ghatanam dvandavahatanam sutaduhitratalakratanabaradhitanam vishama vishayito ye machatamaplavanam bhavati sharanam eko vishnupoto naranam. So the people in this vast ocean of birth and death are being blown about the winds of material dualities. As they flounder in these perilous waters of sense indulgence, with no boat to help them, they are sorely distressed by the need to protect their sons, daughters, and Vishnus and wives. Only the boat that is Lord Vishnu can save them. So here is another verse also which says, already this is a desert of material existence. On top of that, in this ocean, there are sharks and the fishes who are trying to eat us, eat our consciousness. This is in one place, sharks are referred to those who are trying to deviate us from devotional service. This is also the verse in which very explicitly it is said, Krishna toye madana pavano dhutta mohor vimale तारावर्ते तनय सहजग्राह संघाकुलेच संसाराख्ये महति जलतो मच्चतां नस्तिधामन् पादाम्बुजे वरदभवतो भक्तिनावं प्रयच्छः. Let me sit in this bhaktinava, because in this mahati jalado, in this vast ocean, I'm just drowning machchata. And who is making me drown there? My own sons. Tanaya sahaja. Tanaya means sons, sahaja means brothers. Graha means sharks. They are actually sharks. They are making me drown in this ocean. And already, because of this thirst of Madana, this thirst, because Madana means cupid, has been referred to the thirst. So in this illusion, I'm already suffering, and there are people to drown me more. So there also the people who are trying to distract us from devotional service, that can be our own sons, our own family members. They are also referred to as sharks. In one place, in Nectar of Devotion, devotees are referred to shark. Just devotees are referred to shark. Just now we were doing Nectar of Devotion. I think it is the 6th verse of Nectar of Devotion, where it is said, shark does not live in river. Shark lives only in ocean. So devotees are sharks because they only live in devotional ocean, the ocean of devotion, the ocean of devotional service. They don't live in the river of liberation. Liberation is compared to river. They don't live in the river of liberation. They are always residing under the devotional service, ocean of devotional service. And also sharks cannot be caught by the net of a fisherman because a huge fish. In the same way, the devotees cannot be caught by the influence of time. So here when we are referring to the ocean of devotional service, then how are the devotees? Then you can easily compare uh, with the nectar of devotion verse. The devotees are shark fishes who are always drowned in the ocean of devotional service, and they are not caught by the samsara. The samsara of material miseries is compared to the influence of time. This influence of time or Kala Shakti, influence of time is there in the samsara. When you say influence of time, that means there is a birth, there is a death. The time influence is a past, there is a present, there is a future. It has been referred. But if one crosses this material ocean and drowns in the unfathomable water of the service of the Lord, then one achieves eternal happiness. Therefore, one who desires to drown in the ocean of service must take shelter of the eternal lotus feet of the Lord. So, devotional service is not making a person lose his individuality, but the waters of liberation makes a person lose his individuality. वैष्णवचरणे मोरे येहि मनस्काम भजियेन जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु बलराम. So what is my desire? Here, Vrindavan says, my only desire at the feet of the Vaishnavas is that birth after birth. I worship the feet of Lord Balaram. Please, Balaram. So that is how, even if you see in Ramanuja Sampradaya also, the emphasis is there in the Guru worship. Spiritual master, who is the representative of Balaram, he has to be worshipped, it is said, as good as Lord. Yastadeve Parabhakti Rakhadeve Katha Kasyeti Tatyayatam Prakashante Mahatmanaha. One who worships his spiritual master more than even the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Then he gets a special power to get the mercy, to serve Lord, by which he can attain Lord's mercy very, very easily. If you serve Lord very directly, Lord is not going to consider to any mercy. Lord very clearly says, whoever is my bhakta, he is not my bhakta. Whoever is my devotee, he is my devotee. I consider him as a devotee. So here the quotation has been put yesterday. This Kasyate Katitayartam Prakasham, the whole transcendental knowledge is revealed within the heart of a person who serves the spiritual master in ways. The living entities of this material world are busy gathering and gratifying their senses. They want to enjoy the objects of the senses through the medium of material knowledge. When one becomes detached from the enjoying mode, he gets the opportunity to approach the absolute truth by taking the shelter of the spiritual master who is non-different from Lord Nityananda Prabhu. So representative of Lord Nityananda Prabhu is the Guru Tattva. So Gurus are non-different. Guru Tattva. When we say Guru Tattva, it's not just person. Lord Nityananda Prabhu bestows his mercy to the spiritual masters. Spiritual masters, they come in the Guru Tattva. Sometimes based on Guru there is a fight. I belong to this Guru, I belong to that Guru. And there is a fight among the Gurus. There is a fight among the disciples of the Gurus. Whether the Gurus fight or not, there is a fight among the disciples of the Gurus. It's known as Guru Vada. In the IDC courses you have, it's very important to do the IDC courses. If a person has to get initiated, first thing is he has to do is IDC course. Because many times we have seen, based on one's Guru, there's always a difference of opinion among the devotees. Actually, Guru comes in the Guru Tattva. So when we say Srila Prabhupada again comes in the Guru Tattva. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur and or Kishordas Baba, Bhakti Thakur, they are all coming in the Guru Tattva. So Lord Nityananda Prabhu is non-different from the worshipable Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. In other words, he is the dearmost servant of Swayam Rupa Lord Shri Gauri Krishna. Pure devotional service is the propensity of pure liberated souls. See, pure devotional service is the propensity of liberated souls. In other words, is the property. Pure liberated souls. They are not just Brahman liberated souls, they are pure liberated souls. One who is inclined to perform unmotivated, uninterrupted devotional service to Gaur Krishna. And that person is a true disciple. He is eligible to swim in the ocean of the mellows of devotional service. So, Shvetasika Upanishad, this verse has been quoted. Yasya Devi Parabhakti, Ditha Devi Katha Guru, Tasyati Katyata, and Prakashati. Narottam Das Thakur, the first jewel of the Paramahamsas, he has also written in the Prarthana. Nitai Pada Kamala, Uta Chandra Shushitala, Echaya Jagata Churaya, Hira Nitai Vina Bhai, Radha Krishna Partinai, Ruda Kori Dhara Nitai Vipapaya. Nitai Pada Kamala Koti Chandra Shushitala. The lotus feet of Lord Nityananda is as soothing as the rays of the millions of moons. Koti Chandra Shushitala. Ye chhaya chukata jura. The entire world can be solaced just by taking shelter of his lotus feet. Hena bina, hena nitai bine bhai, Radha Krishna paite nai. Without his mercy, how can a person attain Radha Krishna? Deda pari dhara nitai rapaya. So therefore, one should tightly hold the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda Prabhu. Just with great determination. One has to serve Balaram to get the mercy of Jagannath. One has to serve Nityananda to get the service, mercy of Gaurav. So in this way, to get the mercy of Rama, just serve Lakshmana. If we do that, automatically mercy flows. Then you say, what is that mercy which flows? Because when we say, what is mercy? The mercy is that inclination to serve the spiritual master becomes more firm, simple. Because when we say the mercy of Krishna flows, when you serve Balaram very nicely, but then what is that mercy? The inclination to have more faith in your Guru, the inclination to serve your Guru very nice, that increases more and more. One person becomes very stronger and Drida. To remain Drida in devotional service is also not so easy. Nishtha, this word Nishtha is nothing but Ado Shraddha, then comes Nishtha. So what is Nishtha? Nishtha is that firm faith. Ado Shraddha, that faith was very in the Komala stage. That Nishtha is the firm faith which is attained by the mercy of Lord. And how mercy of Lord came? Because you're serving the spiritual master. When one serves the spiritual master, automatically the mercy of Lord comes. The mercy of Lord is there. And this mercy of Lord makes a person perform the devotional service with more determination, with a great determination. Yasya deve parabhakti, yatha deve prasad. Even in the Mangalacharan, what you say, the morning Mangalarati, Yasya prasadam bhagavad prasadam, Yasya prasadam bhagati kutu. That is the prasada which is achieved. Because ultimately, what is that mercy which comes? That mercy is more faith in one's Guru, more inclination to serve one's Guru. Because one's Guru is serving Krishna, automatically Krishna flows the mercy to serve the Guru very nicely. That is pure devotional service. Vaishnava Seva and pure devotional service. That were two principles which have been taken from the Sri Sampradaya. Sri Vaishnavas are more into serving the Vaishnavas and the spiritual master. They love that. And that is why the mercy automatically flows. And these two principles have been taken by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Gaudiya Vaishnava Dhara is having these two principles. That is Vaishnava Seva and devotion. Sri Nityananda Baladeva is the source of all Vishnu Tattvas and is the Lord of the Vaishnavas and the servants of Vishnu. In order to serve that Lord, the author offers prayers at the feet of his eternal servants, the Vaishnavas. The Vaishnavas are eternal, liberated, always worshipable by all the living entities. The author shows that submission to the Vaishnavas is one of the inseparable limbs of pure devotional service. By setting the example, he teaches the cheaters, wretches, proud persons, and persons bewildered by the influence of false ego that to achieve one's desired goal, one should pray at the lotus feet of the devotee. Spiritual master is the head of all the devotees. He is guiding all the devotees. He is a pure devotee who guides other devotees. So Vaishnava Seva, very, very important. Because Vaishnavas are eternal. Sometimes we only accept one person as Shiksha Guru. And if suppose the Shiksha Guru is there, not there, then no, it is a parampara. It is the tattva. And once Shiksha Guru, once Diksha Guru, they come in this tattva. Sometimes Shiksha Guru is present, sometimes not present. So then, how should be the devotional service? Devotional service should be dedicated to that Guru tattva. Our Shiksha Guru coming in the Guru tattva, our Diksha Guru coming in the Guru tattva. Sometimes Guru tattva, sometimes spiritual master is manifest in this material world or in this world, you can say. For the spiritual master, there is nothing material. But technically, we have to say in this Advaita, sometimes unmanifested. Then, will the devotee leave the devotion? No. He should do the devotion more nicely. Even Srila Prabhupada was leaving this world at the time all the devotees were saying, what are we going to do, Srila Prabhupada? Prabhupada said, if you really love me, you should work more hard. You should do more devotional service. So Guru Tattva is always present. Vaishnavas are always there. They are always at us. Vaishnavas never die. If sometimes we think, oh, a particular Vaishnava is not present before us, he is present. Vaishnavas never die. Vaishnavas are always present. Today somebody is there, tomorrow somebody is not there. And Vaishnavas are always there. And this Vaishnava Tattva, the Guru Tattva, is very, very important to understand. And Guru Tattva is headed by Nityananda Prabhu. Nityananda Prabhu is eternally exists. Nityananda Prabhu who takes us to Gausu. Dvija Brahmana Yehe Namabheda Yehi Mata Nityananda Baladeva. Just as Dvija, Vipra, Brahmana, they are different names of the same person. Nityananda Baladeva, they are also the same names, different names of the same person. They say Brahmana, they are also referred to Dvija, they are also referred to Vipraha in the same way. Nityananda Baladeva, they are also the same. Antaryami Nityananda Balila Kautuke, Chaitanya Charitra Kichu Pustake. So now here in Last Thakur says, Nityananda Prabhu, he instructed me. Right, the past tense of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. See the joy and the bliss of Nityananda Prabhu in serving Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And the bliss which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has when he sees a person serving Nityananda Prabhu. So that is Parasparam Bhava. One feels a bliss when he sees a living being serving the Guru. Guru feels a bliss when he sees a living being serving Krishna. That is a Parasparam Bhava. The author has described himself as the last servant of Nityananda. In other words, after accepting the author, Lord Nityananda did not accept any other disciples. Nityananda Prabhu appeared in the heart of the author and instructed him to write the characteristics of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. By using the word Antaryami as an adjective of Nityananda Prabhu, it is indicated that the author received within his heart the instruction to write this book after the disappearance of his life. So Chaitanya Bhagavat was written after Nityananda Prabhu disappeared from this material world. So Nityananda Prabhu instructed Vrindavan Das Thakur within the heart. Chaitanya Chaitraha Sure Yahara Kripaya Yashere Yashara Bhandara Vaishe Sheshera Shivara. So only by the mercy of Nityananda Prabhu, past tense of Chaitanya will become manifest. Because his tongue is a storehouse of Chaitanya's grace. They said Nityananda Prabhu's tongue is a storehouse. Again, the 13th and the 14th verses of this chapter, the same has been explained. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastime will become manifest only when one gets the mercy of Nityananda Prabhu. Ateva Yashomaya Vigrahananta Gailo Taha Kichu Pada Padma. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Ananta is the embodiment of Chaitanya's glories. Thus, I have described a fragment of Ananta's glories. So, Ananta is the embodiment of Chaitanya's glories. So, when a person is describing Chaitanya's glories, from where it is coming? From Nityananda Prabhu. That is why Nityananda Prabhu and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are not different. In fact, Chaitanya's glories is Nityananda. He is a storehouse of Chaitanya's glories. So embodiment, this word is very important. Embodiment of Chaitanya's glories. So how is he made up of? Nityananda Prabhu is made up of Chaitanya's glories. And that is how a fragment of Ananta's glories has been described by Vrindavan Das Thakur. Vrindavan Das Thakur, he says Ananta's glories are unlimited. Chaitanya Chandrera Punya Shravana Charita Bhakta Prasade says Pure Janiha Nishtita. So Chaitanya Chandrera Punya Shravana Charita. One who hears the pastimes of Chaitanya Chandra, he brings all auspiciousness, but for certain, that they are revealed only to the mercy of God. It's not so easy to just take out the book and study Chaitanya's Leelas. Chaitanya Leelas seem to be very simple Leelas, but they have a lot of Priyata and can be only understood by the mercy of devotees. The meaning of Punya Shravana Charita is found in the Srimad Bhagavata 1.2.7. Punya Shravana Kirtana, root is Vatsatam, Vyas is Punya Shravana Kirtana. Hearing and chanting of Lord's name and characteristics is supremely purified. Punya Shravana Kirtana. Hridayantastava Bhadrani. You know these verses. All the kalmashas, or we can say the contamination from the heart is automatically removed just by hearing and chanting. Shravana. The author has accepted the pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that he heard from the mouths of his devotees as ingredients of the composition of this Chaitanya Bhagavata. So he has heard Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes, the contemporary devotees, the many of the devotees. By this example, the author shows that one must follow in the footsteps of the Vaishnavas and accept the process of hearing in the cyclic succession. One has to hear, then only one can speak. Without hearing, how the speaking process can happen? So hearing and chanting has been clarified. Last Veda Puya Chaitanya Charitraha Devo Jan Tai Likhi Yaha Shuni Aichi Bhakti Shane. You can understand the pastimes of Chaitanya. They are Huya Tattva, Veda Huya Chaitanya Chaitanya Devo Jan. Who can really understand? Because they are the most confidential pastimes. He says, Sai Likhi Yaha Shuni Aiche Bhakta Sthan. Whatever I have heard, I will present to, because it is impossible to understand Chaitanya's pastime. Whatever I have heard, that means only by hearing process one can understand the glories of Krishna. And in this way, Chaitanya's pastimes are unlimited. Whatever I could gather, is it's like there's a fountain, it's a waterfall. And in that waterfall, you're trying to hold your palms, you're trying to gather the water. Whatever you can take it, that much only, whatever you can hold, that much you have acquired. So Chaitanya's past tense are unlimited, Ananta's mouths are unlimited, Ananta's mouths are glorifying Chaitanya's past tense, unlimited past tense, unlimited mouth. Whatever could be gathered, or whatever could be assimilated, Chaitanya Vrindavan says, I am presenting here also. Take it to place. Any questions? No question? Okay. So small announcement again. We have somehow done the steel part. Steel has been done. The last check of the steel is going to go with whatever collection we had. Total costed about 30 lakhs. Some could somehow pay off the bills. Now, today what is bill is going to go is the labor payment. So I request devotees to collect for the cement because that much part still we have to work hard. On the New Year day, our New Year is Jagannath Mishra festival. Jagannath Mishra festival. We have two. One is Narsima Puja. In the Narsima Puja, whoever is able to make 5 people contribute 5 each, that means 25 lakhs. They will sit in the puja, and whoever has done 5 will perform for them. Special puja will be performed. So you can motivate your friends, your relatives. 5 bags is just 2,100 rupees, and like that, five. Just imagine 100 devotees. They really work hard. Even if not five people could not be motivated. Even 4 people could be motivated. 20. That means one person does 20 bags. 100 people will do 2,000. So Aruna Mataji and maybe another Mataji also can, Chakravarti Mataji, come together. Each and every devotee just call them. They can motivate 4 of their friends or 5 of their friends, and they can do 25 acts. If you're not able to do motivate, then we'll say, what about the past collections? Past collections has been used, and some part is still we are keeping because labor cannot wait. Labor payment has to be done. So we have to keep some part also. Many have the boundary wall and all. Many expenses have been done, which we have recorded very nicely. For cement, we should really work hard. If we get this 2,000 cement bags, the work will not stop. It will just go on. RMC also we have booked for 5 lakhs. So I request everybody to work hard. Kusum Mataji, everyone. Just motivate 5 friends. Everybody should motivate 5 friends. Each one will do 5. That means 25 bags. So work hard. Okay. Anybody has temple construction? See, when you did your house construction, you know how much money is involved. And also it is going on. And somehow they are restricting also where is easy required, that much only they're trying to put. And by Krishna's mercy, yesterday the astrologers had come. They are the biggest astrologers. You can see they are the fathers of all the astrologers. They very clearly said, here the beautiful temple is going to come, and this is going to be the headquarters of many of the projects. So Jagannath is going to bless many different places. Wonderful temples will be coming. Mataji, wherever you are going, there will be one temple. I visit, and I said there should be a wonderful temple in Kalyan. There should be a wonderful temple in Chembur also, in Varli also, in Kandivili also. So they said everything will happen. Make this temple, and we are going to get many temples, even the Boisar, everything will happen very nicely. I said, wonderful. That's all work hard.
Hare Krishna.